How y'all doing? So if you see my sweatshirt, my hoodie, it says Pretty with a Purpose. I added this to the Pretty Hill collection probably 3 years ago. My name is Simene, the student teacher. I help students and teachers around social emotional learning, building healthy relationships between community, school, students, and staff. Also helping students manage their emotions and make good decisions. And so I want to come on really quick. I've just started have a mentorship program for young girls between the ages of 8 and 18. And I'm working with some middle and high school, beautiful young girls out of Danville, Virginia. And we just started our first session last Wednesday. And so I went through some of the attributes with them, and I'm gonna go through this with you guys really quick. Those of you who you can use this and apply this in your life right now. I talk to a lot of women. I'm around a lot of women in teaching and in church and just different places that I am, and I have friends that are women. But what I found out is that you have a lot of pretty women who are like nasty women. I mean, bad aesthetics together. You look at them. I mean, everything is together. But when you talk to them, their mouth is wicked. Their mouth is filthy, right? Their actions are horrible. Don't be pretty and then waste your pretty. I always says, don't waste your pretty. Be pretty with a purpose. What is the reason you're here? Queen Esther in the Bible, used her beauty to be able to go before the king, which ultimately saved a generation of people, of her people. So don't waste your pretty. Now, I'm gonna give you the attributes really quick of what pretty stands for. And if you're looking for someone to do a mentorship with your girl in your middle schools or your high schools or in your churches or in your organizations, reach out to me. You can go to my website, www.simonewalden.com. So the first one is stands for positive. Have a positive outlook on life. What I'm finding out, people who hate themselves will never love you. Hallelujah. Let me run that back. People who hate themselves will never really love you. So you got to have a positive outlook on life. You got to look and listen to the things that people say about themselves and the people that they close to. How do they talk about the people that they love or they like or they say they like? Listen to that, because if they're speaking negative about that, or if they even speaking negative about themselves, you can hang it up to think that they're going to speak life to you. So the first thing is you got to be positive, and you got to be positive about yourself, not just about other people, but you have a positive outlook on yourself, about yourself. The second R is for respect. RE means again, right? I've been an educator, reading teacher for 18 years. RE, if you learn root words, suffixes, and prefixes, you'll be able to determine what the words mean. Means again. Like if I say redo, that means do over, or reapply, that means apply again, right? When you talk about spec, SPECT can also talk about looking, or the eye, see. Some of you gotta respect people in a way, meaning you got to look at them again. Don't look at them for the surface. Don't look at them for what you see. Don't look at the stuff that they got and you miss the substance that they really do carry, right? But you got to look again. And those are you pretty women, pretty little girls. You got to look at yourself again, regardless of what people have said or even what you have done. You got to look at yourself again and have this self-respect for you. I'm talking about being pretty healed. The E. The E means to be educated and edified. Meaning, don't just be a pretty lady or a pretty little girl, but you don't got no type of sense in your head. You don't have no type of knowledge that you can't make a wise decision if it was right in front of you, right? I heard a prophet talk about, she said, we are failing an open book test. The Bible is a book that people fail to read, so they're failing an open book test. But you got to be educated. Educated is not necessarily within your schoolwork. Do you want to do your work? Absolutely. Do you want to read and study? But you also got to get information that's going to help you get to wherever you're trying to go outside of a school. If you're a grown person, outside of even what you're doing in your church, or outside of, not even your church, I didn't mean to say church, but yeah, that too. If you might have to get some extra, you have to read and study the Bible for yourself. You can't just only depend on the church to help you with your salvation, because it says work out your own soul salvation with fear and trembling. But outside of the schooling, outside of the classes, outside of the job, you got to be educated. Read, and don't just read your very own good Bible, but read other books too. Hallelujah. Read other brochures and articles too. Be educated and edified, meaning build other people up. right? You win friends by showing yourself friendly. People say they want friends, but they not friendly to each other. Now, I know if you guys saw my video, I talk about leave out of church, right away, but I'm still friendly, right? That's a difference. So E is for educate and edify. The first T is for transform. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So if you're around people that's not making good decisions, you might want to get away from them, right? Because you got to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And if everybody around you is speaking the same depth of mind, it ain't gonna work, right? The other one, the second T will be trustworthy. Are you trust? Can people trust you? Right? People a lot of times will trust you with their victories, but many times people have a hard time finding people that they can trust with them secrets, with them struggles, with them things I messed up on. So are you a trustworthy person? Do you even trust you with you? Do you even trust that the decision that you make is going to get you the way you say you really want to go? And then why is yielded? Yielded